Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is basically a part 2 to a video I made a while ago about planning and how I plan my week as a 9 to 5 employee and also a uni student. And basically I'm going to give you a tutorial about how to get the most out of your Google Calendar and your Notion template. So let's get started. First of all, I'm gonna open my Google Calendars layout. I have an old layout from when I was working my 9 to 5. I'm currently on vacation. I have an injury, so I'm staying at home and I'm starting a new semester, so I need to add the new classes, delete the old classes, and etc. etc. So I will start with removing all of the other things. I will delete everything and you'll see it deleted afterwards. And then I'm going to start on adding the new classes according to the schedule that I showed at the beginning. So for example, on Tuesday I have a class from 10:40 to 12:30. It's called Unit 39. So I will add this one, color code it. For example, I want it in yellow, so I will color code it in yellow and I will add it to my calendar. I will make this specific event, a repeated event. So every Tuesday, Google Calendar will give me a notification 30 minutes before their class. So for example, at 10:10, it will give me a notification that after 30 minutes you have this specific class. And I will repeat it on all the other days that I have the same class. A great tip on how to manage your time is to add like filler tasks between your classes. For example, if you have a class from 10 to 12 and then another class from 1 to 3, a good time to either have lunch and study or do a specific task that will not take very much concentration would be from 12 to 1 p.m. that day, for example. So this is what I would be doing normally on a usual day when I'm at uni, from early in the morning until the noon. So if I have like some filler timings in between, I would do a library session where I would study and have my lunch. You can also add your classes link to the notification that's gonna give you before the class, using also the same method as an add link. But I don't really do that since I have like a calendar for classes made by uni, so I get notified anyways. Plus my classes are personal right now. Another great way to like duplicate or add the same class if you have it twice during the week is duplicating your event and then simply moving it around the calendar. So I duplicate one event and then move it to the next day, for example, another timing, and then you need to press on this event and all events to make sure that all of the events in the upcoming weeks are changed also in time. Of course, this is a very basic tutorial to Google Calendars. I can also make an improved one, like a more detailed one about how to do certain stuff, how to customize it up to your liking. And tell me in the comments if you would like such a thing, but this is very basic and minimal for basic use and everyday use. After that, I double check that all of my classes are on repeat. When you press on them, you will see repeated weekly on Tuesday, or for example repeated weekly on Thursday. This is how you know that it's going to be there every week from now on. So this is my number one method when it comes to planning my classes and all. Usually when I'm at work, I plan it from like 9 to 5 and I have a class at that time and a break at that time, and I have a study session from 1 to 2. I time block my day very precisely, especially when I'm working. But now since I'm on vacation, it's much easier. And then my second favorite way of planning my day, of planning my week, planning university, finances, etc., is Notion. Of course, Notion is everyone's favorite, and it has a reason behind it because it is amazing. I have a few pages at Notion dedicated to, for example, uni, and then I have one for life goals, I have one for YouTube, I have one for finances, which is my most important one out of all. And then I'm gonna try and recreate one of my uni pages just to show you, give you a tutorial. So to create a page at Notion, it is pretty simple. You add a title, you can add a cover, you can add an emoji that represents this page. And for me, usually I like to add the titles of my units as big headings, like heading number 1 or heading number 2. I like to give them a color, as you can see, and then I like to add tasks underneath. So I would add my task using the to-do list, and it's pretty simple. Just add it and tick it off when it's done. I do this for a couple of my units as well. Or you can also add them in bullet points, which I can show you here. Bullet points are really nice. I just don't use them much. You can also add them in a toggle list, which is very, very handy when you want to hide something, or when you want to hide like a big list. You don't want it overcrowding your page. You put them and then you open the toggle list and then write inside it, or add the to-do list inside it, which is very, very handy. Notion has many things that you can add. You can add a database view, you can add images, audios, files. I like the database view because it gives you an overview of what you have on your page, much clearer than any other view. But you choose your own view. You can experiment around, see what goes good for you. And yeah, you can add too many lists. You can add a calendar. You can always embed like links from outside. A Google Calendar link you can also embed inside. I just like to keep my calendar separate for some reason. It keeps me more comfortable. But you can always do you and add your Google Calendar to your Notion, which is also great. I also have my monthly goals sheet. Also, it's one of my favorites. It's like kind of a board view sheet where I can see the things that I need to do for each, let's say, element of my life, like stuff that I want to do, stuff for uni, bills that I need to pay. And you can also see it in another view. You can see it in the table view. You can see it in also a database view, like I said before. And I have my YouTube work sheet as well, which is great. I love it. It helps me sort out. My favorite sheet is my finances sheet, of course. So as I said before, I get my money from different sources, my 9 to 5, and then tutoring. I have other sources as well. I sell a few things here and there. So when I make something during the day, I like to track how much I made, since I also get paid by hours on my 9 to 5 job. So I like to track how much I made, how much I'm spending, why am I spending it, just to make sure at the end of the month that I spent wisely. At the end of the month and at the end of the day, I'm still a student, so I would like to keep my finances on point, hence the name of the page. So what I do is that I add the date and the name and the day, and then I add the details of my spendings and the details of what I made this day. So for example, for my job I made etc. From this one I made blah blah blah, and then in the sheet it is added as a number, so it would give me the total of the days that I add on the sheet. So for example, if I have like 7 days, at the end it would give me the total of work, it would give me the total of tutoring, it would give me the total of side job, but one, side job but two, etc., etc. And then I have a wish list at the bottom of the page, and I have a necessities list that I need to buy. Another page that I really like is my reading progress sheet. First of all, I'm going to show you a quick look on my life goals page. It's very, very minimal. I just added a checklist inside it, a bucket list of what I want to finish, I hope, before I die. That was dark. But my other favorite sheet is the reading progress sheet. Of course, this is just a copy of the original reading progress sheet, which has actual book names rather than weird book names. And I know It Ends With Us is written by Colleen Hoover. Yes, I know, I didn't add it here. Please don't come at me and yell at me. This is something hard for me. It's very hard for me to memorize author names. But yeah, I basically just add the name of the book, how enjoyable it was for me, what language was it in, was it in English, was it in Arabic, basically details about it. You can always branch out, you can always add different things in Notion. This is what is very nice about it, is that you can always customize a page to your liking, filter it according to your liking. And I add the criteria, like whether it was action, religious, romance, and whether I'm still reading it, repeating it, or is it done? Is it read? I'm going to add this template to my website. You'll find the link down below. You can download this Notion template from the website directly. You can always alter the template, move things around, add things to the calendar. You can also embed a Google Calendar, as I said before. You do whatever you like and whatever is convenient for your time management. For in here, I'm adding my 2 exams on the 17th and on the 19th, my finals. Pray for me. And yeah, you can always add things as well yourself. Also, you can always import stuff from the outside. You can import from different applications into Notion, which is also another thing that I would make another video about, a detailed video about it if you would like it. So leave your suggestions in the comments. I'm favoring all of my pages. My favorite page is also on the top. So tell me if you would like any other recommendations. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope this was helpful. See you next time. Bye.
Never loved her. I love the way she calls. Whoa, these days it's not easy.